All right, let's dive into a really big question today. What exactly is reality, and what's our role in it? We're going to explore the idea that you aren't just a passenger along for the ride, but that you might just be the architect of the whole thing. So think about it for a second. Your own life. Do you feel like you're just reacting to whatever comes your way? Or do you feel like you're the one making things happen? This question is really the key to everything we're talking about. And the answer? Well, it might be way more in your control than you've ever imagined.
To get our heads around this, let's use a powerful metaphor. Picture your life as a deck of cards. It's full of all these symbols and archetypes and patterns. And when we try to figure out what's coming next, it's almost like we're throwing the cards. But that brings up a really important question, doesn't it? Who is actually dealing the hand?
Okay, this is a powerful way to think about it. Imagine the universe is just neutral hardware, right? A giant computer. Well, your personal beliefs, your principles, everything you hold to be true, that's the software. The universe just runs your code. It decodes reality based on the library of knowledge you've given it.
But what happens if that software has a bug? What if our programming is incomplete? This is exactly where so many of us get stuck. It feels like there's a critical missing card in our deck, and it's what stops us from really taking control of our own lives.
And here it is, the single biggest flaw in our internal code. The bug in the system is believing that some external force gets the final say. This isn't just some minor issue, it's a fundamental error. It literally hands the keys to your life over to something else. Philosophically speaking, this is the #1 thing standing in the way of co-creation.
And just to be super clear, when we say external forces, we mean anything you give ultimate power to. This could be anything: gods, demons, the raw power of nature, or even ideas like luck or fate. The problem isn't whether these things exist or not. The problem is the belief that they are the ones determining your path.
So you can really see the two paths laid out here. On one side, you've got external reliance. That's where you're just a passive recipient, kind of waiting for life to happen to you. But on the other side, you have self-empowered consciousness. That's when you get it. The power to create is inside of you. This isn't just a small shift in perspective. It's like running a completely different operating system for your life.
So if our programming is flawed, how do we fix it? How do we debug the system? Well, the solution is all about finding those missing cards and consciously, intentionally building a complete internal map. Let's look at how we actually do that.
You see, the way to grab the steering wheel is through knowledge. You have to actively build a complete map of reality for yourself. And this isn't about just learning random stuff. It's about pulling in information from very specific areas to give you the full picture of what it means to be human.
And here they are, the 3 pillars you need to build that complete map. So why these 3? Because together, they're like the source code for the human experience. Think about it. History shows you the massive repeating patterns. Understanding how empires rise and fall can actually help you see the cycles in your own life and career. Then you've got psychology. It gives you the principles of why people do what they do. Just knowing about a cognitive bias like confirmation bias lets you step back and question your own assumptions. And finally, philosophy. It gives you the frameworks for understanding reality itself. Studying a concept like the Stoics' dichotomy of control is a powerful tool to sort out what you can change from what you can't. By feeding these inputs into your system, you build an incredibly robust library for the universe to work with.
And this is the payoff for all that work. A complete map does so much more than just help you understand the world. It fundamentally changes your relationship with it. It gives you the freedom, the absolute freedom, to step in and become an active player in what happens next.
All right, this is where it gets really interesting. This brings us to the most powerful concept in this whole idea, the act of shuffling the cards. This is that huge leap from just trying to predict the future to actually co-creating it.
So let's just ask the question straight up. What's the ultimate result of building this complete internal program, one that's free from that belief in external control? What power does it really unlock?
This is it. This is the answer. You gain the freedom to intervene. Instead of just taking the hand you're dealt and playing it out, you get to pick up the whole deck, shuffle it, and deal a new one. It's a metaphor, of course, for making conscious, active choices that completely change where you're headed. See, with an incomplete map, all you can really do is try to predict what's coming. You're constantly reacting to things. But a complete map, one built on those pillars of history, psychology, and philosophy, it becomes a tool for active decision-making. You're not just reacting to events anymore, you're the one creating them. Okay, so this brings us to the final piece of the puzzle. And honestly, it might be the most challenging part of this entire journey.
Because becoming the architect of your reality isn't just about power. It's about taking on a whole new level of responsibility. And it's so important to get this. Shuffling the cards isn't some abstract, magical thing. It's the practical, day-to-day application of this self-empowered mindset. It means you finally recognize that you're the one dealing the cards in your own life. You're taking back the power you once gave away.
So to wrap it all up, becoming the architect means you are no longer a victim of circumstance. It means taking absolute, total responsibility for your future. It means consciously choosing the beliefs and intentions you send out into the world. And it all of it, starts with that one essential first step, making the choice to abandon the belief that external forces get the final say.
So I'll leave you with a question to think about. Look at your own internal programming. Which belief in an external force, whether it's luck, fate, or something else entirely, are you ready to let go of, so you can finally pick up the cards and start shuffling for yourself?